Hey, what's going on, guys? I got a quick video for you guys today, and it is iPhone 6s launch day. And as you can see, went to my local Apple Store at Aventura, picked up two iPhone 6s's, one in rose gold, one in space gray. This is the 64 gigabyte model. This is the 128. This is my phone. This is my wife's phone. Now, I just want to talk about overall my experience and some things that you should be aware of if you're going to plan on purchasing your phone via Apple upgrade program, which I didn't do, and I'll explain to you why, but I did plan on going that route, but didn't turn out that way. So basically, I just got home about 10 minutes ago. I reserved my spot in line at 8 a.m. Got to the store about 7:30, and when I got there, the lines wasn't very long. Maybe it was about 20 people in front of me, all for reservations. And the queue line for just walk-ins, it was about 150 to 200 people in line, which was far less than last year. I believe it was at least 500 people out there, like no line. Because I queued last year, and I queued for 13 hours, and it was a lot of people out there. So the lines were pretty died down, but as the time went on, maybe an hour, 2 hours later, oh man, it got so hectic and packed, and it got so bad to the point where T-Mobile's activations crashed and people couldn't activate their phones, and they couldn't activate their phones. So in turn, they could not purchase the iPhones via Apple's upgrade program, because before you leave the store, that phone must be tied to one of the four carriers. Period, point blank, whatever. So if you got any problems with your carriers, whether it be billing or whatever it might be, I don't know if you guys, adding a line, you might want to get that squared away before you try to do that. I only seen like one, maybe two people that actually did it and it actually worked. But a bunch of people that I talked to, they had problems. Either it was because of the activations weren't working right, or just everything was just running so slow. You had people that had reservations that were still waiting in line, and it kind of got a little chaotic. So, I'm kind of glad that I left when I did. But I would have been gone since like 9 o'clock this morning and would have made this video 2 hours ago. But when I got to the store, I walked in with a young lady. This was her first time actually doing, I guess, I don't know if it was just doing activations in general, or if it was her first time doing the Apple upgrade program, which it would be everybody's first time. So I walked in with her, I was real patient, like I always am. I'm a real patient guy, so I don't really, I try to work with them as much as I can and get them, because it helps out the both of us. So she got an error message, and I went and talked to the Verizon rep in the store. So I go over there, I talk to him. He tells me, oh, you have to go to the corporate store and go verify your identity. Now, I don't know what the problem is. This has been going on since last year, if anybody can remember, with the iPhone 6. Verizon and this whole identity theft thing, and I have a friend that works for Apple, and she said Verizon had a lot of fraud going on. So maybe that's why, but it's really inconvenient that on the day of the launch, I have to leave both phones there. I had to leave both phones, drive 15 minutes to a Verizon store. When I get there and I explain to them what's going on, they told me to call the credit department. I'm like, well, why did he even send me here in the first place when he could have done that in the store? Because he wasn't doing nothing but playing on his phone and joking around with his buddy. So, I was kind of getting pissed off with those two guys, but, that's why I told her. So I went to the store basically for no reason at all. I wasted my time, came back to the Apple store, explained to the manager, because I told him, I said, look, I'm not going to wait in line again like I just walked in as a walk-in to get these phones, because I know the rose gold, it was people that I was in there buying 10 and literally 20 rose golds. Now, I didn't see that many people buying the plus like that, but the 6S, it's a guy literally walked out of that store with 26S rose gold iPhones. No lie. I don't know if he was a business, or a lot of them probably was resellers also. But hey, more power to him. So I get back to the store, and I'm already aggravated. I'm pissed off. And I just told her, look, you know what? I'm just going to pay full price for the phones. And I brought cash because I kind of knew that this was going to happen, like it always does with Verizon for whatever reason. And I paid cash for the phones. So just to give you a little price, this phone, which is a 64 gigabyte, I paid $749, and the Apple Care now is $129 for these phones. And this is the 128 gigabyte. So I paid $849 plus the $129. So you're talking about almost $2,000, $1,950. So pay cash for the phones. And granted, you know, if you do the Apple Upgrade program, you're going to pay for the phones full price anyway. But I just didn't want to dish out that much cash at once. But I already knew, you know, I had a backup plan, so I knew what was going to happen. So I purchased the phones. I walked out. My friend was outside waiting. She had a 10:30 appointment, but she was probably like 30th in line for reservations. The store was packed. And it was actually one young lady who was next to me. They told her she couldn't get the phone because of whatever reason. And right before she left, her phone switches to no service, meaning that the other phone was activating. But they took the phone back to the back. Now they can't find the phone. So she has an activated phone. Now her phone doesn't work at all. The AT&T rep in the store doesn't know what to do. You know, and it got terrible. And it's real sad that I think Apple should have explained it a little bit more, because what I think is happening is even though, yeah, you're not purchasing the phone with the carriers, but I still think it's up to the carrier's discretion to be able to, for them to say, okay, we'll activate this phone, or you can add a new line, or you can upgrade your phone. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just my certain situation or case, but I didn't want to deal with it because again, I have 6 lines on my account, 2 iPads, 2 iPhones, and I have 2 spare lines that I acquired when I got my unlimited data plan. So just to keep safe, I didn't want to lose my unlimited data because I've already used over 100 gigabytes of data this month so far. I just paid full price for them and I'm done with them. So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to do an unboxing of both of these. I'm gonna just try to do it with one hand. So just bear with me. I'm gonna try not to, I don't want to put the phone down. But yeah, man, it was I might have to put it down. It was a very, I don't know, it was a bad experience, I would say. Didn't go as smooth as I thought it did. But hey, I got the phone, so that's the end of that, right? But next year, I'm going to definitely just get online, pay full price for the phones, and have them get shipped to my house. So, you know, I was just trying to be cheap and do the payment thing, but payments are never good anyway. So, plastics off, and I have to say, this artwork is just beautiful. It's very beautiful. I don't know why they didn't do this last year, because if I pay this much money for a phone, I want a nice picture on the box. So that's the front, that's the sides, have the nice Apple logo. And again, this is the CDMA model for Verizon. And let me see if I can show you the model number. Let me see, I don't want to show you all of that stuff. So this is the model number for the Verizon 6S. A1688. So I'm going to open this baby first because this is the one everybody's going crazy for. And just looking at it, it is marvelous. Feels very nice in the hand. I'm very glad that I went with the 6S this time. Again, this isn't my phone. This is my wife's phone. Now, as you can see, this is really true. I wouldn't say exactly true because this light that's beaming down is kind of bluish, so it's making it look a little more pink than what it is. But it is pinkish. The only thing that's really rose gold is like the camera bezel. But beautiful phone, very beautiful phone. I must say, I'm very glad they added a new color option. Now, I would wish they would add a black and silver color option. Now, this is not the factory unlock phone because you don't get the SIM removal tool. This is just, it's unlocked because it's on Verizon, but This is not the phone that you would get if you purchased it through the Apple Upgrade program. So, you know, same thing in the box. Nothing's changed there. So that's that. And here is my baby, the Space Gray. Now, some people are going to say, well, you don't peel the plastic off. I don't want to peel it off yet because I want to put screen protector right on it as soon as I get it off. So as you can see, here it is, iPhone S. They got rid of all those little FCC things on the back, which I do like, and it's inside the software. And yeah, here it is. I'm so glad. I mean, because if you look at my hands, I have pretty, I want to say large hands, but pretty average hands. So if you look, I'm just holding this phone with my left hand. I can pretty much reach everything except that top corner, but I can easily adjust and reach pretty much everything. With my 6 Plus, it's no way that I could do that. And the reason I got this phone is because when you're using Force Touch, I just think it makes it that much more of a nuisance to hold the 6S Plus. Yeah, I know the battery's smaller, no optical image stabilization, but I'm pretty good with recording video when I do, keeping my hands steady. So I don't think that'll be a problem. And yeah, so I don't think I'm going to, I'll probably have to start over from scratch with this phone as far as loading my apps and stuff like that. Maybe I'll try to see if that will fix my problem with my Twitter notifications. But here you are, guys. You got the iPhone 6S in the rose gold configuration or color. And you have the iPhone 6S in space gray. Beautiful phones. Another year. And I'm just happy to be done with the whole Apple Store process. So, video probably took longer than I thought it would, but again, hopefully you guys get your phones, you enjoy them today, play with them, play with the 3D Touch or Force Touch, which I call it. You know, I'm going to play with some 4K video. I want to see how much data it actually eats up as I'm recording, and you know, and I know it's 1,000 other videos on YouTube that you can watch with more in-depth reviews, but I try to do some, you know, what's on my iPhone videos. I do some comparisons, and yeah, that's that. All right, guys, peace.